Welcome back to today's video. I'm playing skylines. In today's video, we're going to be putting in our new commercial district in here. And the modern line that we put in the last episode, I was talking about how I didn't really like it. And so, I got rid of it, or I didn't get completely rid of it, but I got rid of the portion over here, and I made it to where it now goes towards out into where suburbs will be. But, it now goes out there instead of going over the train line, so it still has the first two stops, but now it just crosses over the highway to where it would then link into the suburbs that will be obviously continuing towards the outskirts of and the end of the city. But starting with our commercial district, just put in some parks and stuff, just recreation stuff up here, just because I didn't want to have that many people going on these roads because of how bad the congestion is, mostly because of the highway exit here. And then I did just change around the roads a bit just to help deal with that traffic. And then I added in a whole lot of parking because I put in the shopping mall here. And then I just made it towards all one big concrete pad, as always. And then it occurred to me that we don't have a whole lot of healthcare over here, so I decided to put it in a hospital behind the building after decorating it up a bit more and making sure that we had good proper connections to other parts of our city, and then also having some other services, and then starting to zone in our commercial. And then, as I've been trying to do over in this area of the city, is I've been trying to add in more skyscrapers and just, in general, higher elevation, or more elevation to the city by adding in taller buildings. And so I just added in some different buildings from content creator packs and just our unique buildings, and just to give some height into here, and just because, well, they're skyscrapers, so they're quite high. Then I just try and get this road just to line up with it to be not curved, but just like change into it, but it didn't really end up working like that. And then I just put in a small little parking lot here for that, even though I did add another one on later, just because obviously it's skyscraper, just a small little parking lot on the bottom won't exactly be able to house enough parking spaces for it. And then also this parking would probably get used by some people just here out shopping, so obviously we would need some more parking for that, so I added that in later. But first I obviously added in our grids into this area, and so this will just be how the grid will be laid out, which I do change it around some parts, but this is essentially how it is laid out throughout the whole thing. And then to continue with adding in elevation to the city, I added in our skyscraper, which just almost fit this plot perfectly, although it didn't quite. Then I added in parking for both these skyscrapers here now, and we needed a whole lot of it, so I added in, I believe, 3 parking decks when I was done with it all. Because, well, there's quite a bit of parking needed for both these skyscrapers, because they're pretty big. They're just a tad bit large. Also, that spot would have probably just either been left there to be undeveloped, or just as some future parking or just something like that. And then just because it didn't fit in perfectly, I just put in a path along there just to fill in the space. And then I did just want to try and get the biggest plots along this road that curves, and so I just got rid of zoning towards the end of the straight road. Then I did just add in some more just small buildings and stuff like this just to fill in the small little plot here, because I didn't really have anything that would fit in well in terms of zoned, and also I didn't have anything that would fit in well in terms of well, unique buildings, and so I just put in that and then just added in some parking. And then I just gave water pipes to everyone and made sure that everyone was connected to services. And then continuing to add in different services and stuff for tourists and just bring in more tourists in general, I added in a small little motel here. And because this is like the in-between part of where it goes from fairly low in terms of height buildings to higher in terms of high density buildings, I just made it to where this was like a small little in-between area. So I added a motel and then a small little diner. Added in there a parking garage for all these skyscrapers here, which they would need even more than that, but it works out. And then I just added in a small little stadium here, and it just ended up being, it was a nice fit into here, fit perfectly. Added in a parking garage for that, which could probably also be used for skyscrapers. Did change around the parking garage just this way. It felt more unique because they're right next to each other, so I didn't want the exact same ones. Added in a fire station here just because we didn't have a fire station for a while, so I just wanted to add in one. And then I did just want to add in one last skyscraper, so I just found one that I felt that would fit in well with the grid here. And while it isn't a big one, it is definitely a very tall one, so it definitely just will add to the height and skyline to our city. And this I just gave one simple parking garage and then also just some ground parking for people that would be inside a skyscraper. And so this would probably be sufficient parking for this skyscraper. Then I just added in some more stuff throughout the area. But that's pretty much all I did. Made sure everything had adequate connections to each other. Added in a bus line. But that's it. Hope you've enjoyed it. Have like, subscribe, and see you next one. Bye!